Afternoon, I am Vanessa Thomas with the 4 o'clock news on the street, 919 FM, and online Facebook and YouTube. In the headlines, Central Statistical Office says food and drink prices have jumped 7.6%. A call on governments to intervene on rising food prices. Internationally, U.S. retail giant IKEA cuts sick pay for unvaccinated staff. And now the news in detail. Food and non-alcoholic beverages increased by 7.6% between October 2020 and October 2021, the Central Statistical Office has reported. And in a memorandum on the index of retail prices published for general information yesterday, the CSO noted that the all items index of retail prices increased by 3.9% between October 2020 and last October. According to the CSO, contributing significantly to this increase was the general upward movement in the prices of whole chickens, fresh tomatoes, pumpkins, cabbage, hot peppers, soybean oil, other chilled or frozen chicken, pots, bodie, and potatoes. However, the full impact of these price increases was offset by the general decreases in the prices of brown sugar, okros, eddos, powdered milk, full cream, onions, carrots, oranges, bananas, ripe, eggs, and white flour. The CSO also noted a 6.2% jump in the cost of housing, water, electricity, gas, and other fuels. That increase included a 7.7% increase in home ownership and a 0.6% hike in rent. Prices of water, electricity, gas, and other fuels reflected no change. In other news, President of the Shogunas Chamber of Industry and Commerce, Richie Sukai, is calling on the government to assist in controlling rising food prices. Sukai wants to see government's intervention in the controlling of the inflation on food items. Sukai's statement comes on the heels of rising prices for products like flour, milk, and chicken. At the beginning of January, NFM announced a price increase on flour. Last week, Nestle announced a price increase, and over the weekend, Arawak announced a price increase of 4% on chicken. There has also been price increases in alcoholic beverages like Carib Beer. The Ministry of Works and Transport will be carrying out repairs to cable barriers this week along the Sir Solomon Hochoy Highway on the northbound lane near the Gasparillo flyover to the Claxton Bay flyover. An advisory from the ministry explains that the repair works will begin on Tuesday 11th and end on Friday 14th of January. The hours of work are from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily. As a result of these repair works, the ministry said there will be a temporary traffic disruption along the designated repair area, and during this period, traffic will be limited to a single lane within a section of the work zone. Internationally, U.S. retail stores IKEA has cut sick pay for unvaccinated staff who need to self-isolate because of COVID exposure, and in some cases, for workers who test positive. IKEA acknowledged it was an emotive topic but said its policy had to evolve with changing circumstances. From this week, sick pay cuts will be implemented in the U.S., and several major companies have started penalizing unvaccinated workers. And that was the 4 o'clock news on the street, 919 FM, and online Facebook and YouTube. Recapping the headlines, Central Statistical Office says food and drink prices have jumped 7.6%. A call on governments to intervene on rising food prices, and internationally, U.S. retail giant IKEA cuts sick pay for unvaccinated staff. Do enjoy your afternoon. The Queen of Talk is up next, and she's already in the building. Miss Aisha Wells.
News from the street. 919fm.com.
A Grenadian fella named Theodore, leave his wife and went up to Baltimore. He went up to work on a construction. To be exceedingly rich was his ambition. But his Grenadian wife, King Mary, playing she like plenty what out every night for the same and coming back home next morning. Two crack shot, gamblers Jacob and play. Well, all she money, they just play. I hear that they don't play, she fear. She losing, but she don't care. And anytime you ask, she cheat. They just say, we mommy gone to happy. She must be gone to cinema, for goodness sake. Or she gone back to shake and bake to get break. Well, she like gamble, gamble like she just come out to show him.